Hello everyone. It's James again. And before I start today's video, I just want to quickly say, all work in this video contains 100% original content of and by myself James Smith, otherwise known as Bgood 4000, and was uniquely created with NAWMAL software, by myself James Smith. As I purchased commercial rights from NAWMAL to produce my unique and original video with this software. Commentary is uniquely my own thoughts, feelings, and expressions. Now that I have that out of the way, I do hope your day is going better than fantastic. And your journey to self-betterment is going even better than fantastic. And part of that journey is understanding and controlling your emotions. Yes. That's right. Controlling them. You see, narcissists love emotional thinkers. And people that react emotionally to certain things. And the reason why they like people that think and react emotionally is because it's extremely easy to get narcissistic supply from them. And it's even easier for the narcissist to set a trap in order to make you look like the bad one in the relationship or situation. So you take the heat for whatever bad situation that is happening. Usually a bad situation that the narcissist created on purpose, with the very thought in mind for you to take the blame and to look like a narcissist. It's one of the oldest tricks in the book. To get you all riled up. And then create a situation where others can see your upset behavior but without seeing the context as to why you are upset. And regardless, it wouldn't matter anyways, as the narcissist has likely done a masterful job of slowly painting a bad picture of you over time, with making it seem like they care about you and have your best interests at heart. But you are the out of control one. Then the trap is set. You step into it. And you look like the bad one. The other reason why narcissists love emotional thinkers is because an emotional thinker might hear a sob story and believe it right away, without digging deeper to find out what the story is and offer a rational solution. Key word here is rational. Here's an example. You are newly dating someone. And they come to you telling you that they were kicked out of their apartment because their roommate went off the deep end and started to scream and holler at them for no reason. And things went from bad to worse. So they left or they were kicked out. Now all of this could be very true. But it might not be true at all. Or it might be true. But the roommate might not have been the bad one. There's really no way to know. However, what you should know is, someone that is thoughtful and kind wouldn't want to impose on you, and even if that meant staying at your place for a week. But a narcissist will use these stories to get you to have an emotional reaction without digging deeper. With you telling this person that what happened to them was so terrible and how they can come and live with you. Which, if this is a truly toxic person, this manipulation was done on purpose to get this desired emotional reaction from you. A good reaction from you might be asking a question like, what is your next life move going to be? What do you think is a good idea on how you should handle your living situation? Maybe you recommend inexpensive hotels in the area they can stay at for a week, until they can find another cheap room to rent. Or if you let this person stay with you for a short while, make sure it's for a short while and set a time limit. And they aren't allowed to move in their belongings. And on day one they are looking for a new room for rent or apartment to live in. You see, narcissists do tests on us to see what emotional reaction they can get. And they rank us accordingly in their roster of supply. If you run around trying to find this person a new place to stay, all the while they are staying with you, though you have set boundaries in place, they still will rank you high in the supply category. Because they see you as a person that likes to fix other people's problems, while neglecting yourself. If you let them stay with you and you buy their story hook, line and sinker, with no boundaries, no time limits, just come on in and move in all of your stuff, you will likely be seen as supply number one in their ranking order. However, if you are nice and understanding, and you recommend they find a clean, inexpensive hotel, and possibly even charging a week's stay until they can find a room for rent, though you are being nice and kind, and helpful. And you honestly listen to their concern. While asking questions, they will see you as not an emotional thinker, and someone that might be very hard to get narcissistic supply from. And thus you will rank very low on their supply roster. And at some point, don't be shocked when they come to you and say they met someone else. Don't be shocked or saddened. Just know, it's a really good chance this other person was there all along. They just won the terrible prize as being narcissistic supply number 1. And you got discarded quickly because you didn't do what the narcissist wanted you to do on their do tests. This is why you must check your emotions. Check your emotions. Yes, have them. Have them. Have them and enjoy them. But you must protect them. And the Bible tells us about guarding our hearts. And this, I believe, ties into our emotions and emotional state of being. Because these are things that can be used against us by people that want only ruin and harm for you and your life. Now, saying all of this doesn't invalidate one's way of emotionally feeling. But it tells it like it is. Narcissists are masters at manipulating your emotions to get you to dance to their tune. And to play their game. A game you were designed to lose the moment you stepped on the game board, so to speak. This is why it's said, if you are in court against a narcissist, no matter if it's family court or whatever, don't get emotional. Also be proactive. Most people that love the narcissist that never loved them have a very difficult time proactively gathering evidence to support their claims. As an example, though narcissism goes both ways. Speaking as a man, men that are dealing with a narcissist woman oftentimes don't gather evidence or file for divorce first, because not only do they want to work things out, much like a woman that is with a narcissist man wants to work things out, but society tells and his peers tells this man he's weak for calling the police on her if it's needed in extreme cases, or filing for divorce first after enough evidence is gathered that might help this man get out of such a situation. Well, there are now different people out there coaching men, just like women have been told if they are in a bad situation, if they are safe. Because safety is key. To gain evidence while keeping up the image that everything is okay. Meanwhile, talk to a good attorney that can help guide you in a decent and right way. Not making up stuff or whatever, but being able to illustrate the reality of your situation and the reason why you need to be out of it. Then before you know it, have them served. You see, the narcissist man wants to rile up the woman to make her look out of her mind. And the narcissist woman wants to put the man she was married to through the worst of the worst. And then at his lowest she will serve him with divorce papers, and then once in court, she knows the man in desperation will ramble on emotionally and it will be easily taken out of content. And he will look like the problem. But now there are people coaching men to don't do that. Even if you get served first, and you are losing in court, to not get emotional. Because it's not over. His narcissist ex-wife 6 months later might do something not so good with their son or daughter which might show their true colors. So stay cool, calm and collected. But if you can, once you realize this person you are with is toxic, to calmly understand there is no fixing this person you are with. And that emotional thinking of you can get things back to how it was when you first met is just that. It's emotional thinking. Think logically and figure out a way to get your legal ducks in a row before they do and get out. And the same goes for women that are with a narcissist man. Take a step back and truly understand what the heck you are dealing with. Because emotional thinking is what is keeping you with this narcissist. You get misty-eyed thinking about your good times. When you first held hands. And it's okay. Those moments were real for you. They really were. But I have a news flash for you. They weren't real for the other person. It was a scam from the word go, and you really will need to snap out of the emotion and into reality if you want to have a chance to save yourself. But this is what these narcissists bank on. While you are sobbing and sick over what is happening, They are setting up house and home behind your back with a new supply, along with planning on whatever legal move they can start to make happen against you. Though I think divorce is wrong. But in certain instances like infidelity or horrible mistreatment, does it make sense? And I will tell you what. If you even think the person you are with has the traits of a narcissist, there is a 99%. Do you hear me? A 99% chance they have several backup supplies and have been cheating on you since the day they met you. I don't care if they don't look like the type. I don't care if they aren't that attractive and they don't look like a player, so to speak. They have someone being readied behind your back. In many cases years in advance. So don't feel ashamed for thinking logically and rationally. And for getting legal help and evidence. Because you better bet your bottom dollar. The narcissist discard is coming, and if they can ruin you financially and otherwise, they will do it. But how are they able to do this so masterfully? They are able to lull you into emotional thinking. And they are able to keep you there. So much so you won't even defend yourself and look out for your own best interests when someone is clearly working against you. Despite them taking you out to dinner one day to make it look like they are sorry and that they care. If you add up all of their treatment, it should tell you loud and clear that they don't care about you at all. And dinner and fun times are a lie and a scam to keep you in a constant state of emotional thinking, so you can't or won't make logical choices and decisions. Decisions that can save your very life. And on that topic, you see things sometimes go from worse to even more worse. And it's because I believe they work so hard and sometimes not so hard to get you to even enjoy your emotional thinking. And I think this is something that hits a nerve for some of us that went through dealing with a narcissist. But it's true. We get so used to the up and down chemicals in our brain from the roller coaster ride the narcissist is taking us on. So much so we get addicted to this feeling. And though we can't stand it, we at the same time like it. Yes. And that's hard information for us to swallow and wrap our minds around. And thus that's what attracts the narcissist to us. And us to the narcissist. Though we might not outwardly know it because it might be too painful to admit or acknowledge. And again, this is part of the self-work and journey to self-betterment. I had seen a short clip video a while ago, with this man talking about people that get involved in toxic relationships. And he talked about there is an element there of the person that is in it that the person likes. And though it sounds harsh, the truth of the matter is, it's in line in my opinion with becoming addicted to the feeling of the highs and lows that dealing with a narcissist brings. This is where looking at self-betterment in the interest of self is really important. Yes. You are going to work on all the things that might have physically gone on with your body as a result of this treatment. Such as sickness, anxiety and so forth. Because that is so important. But one should work on the people-pleaser aspect of their personality. And not just saying I'm going to stop being a people-pleaser. End of story. But find out why are you a people-pleaser. And what are you looking to get out of things when you are a people-pleaser. Even if it's just love from someone else. Getting to this root cause can help you not only shed yourself of this trait, but allows you to work from within to change and better yourself so you won't even be the same person that would want to even think in such a way anymore. Think about how you grew up. Think about how you felt when you were trying to prove you were right to your mother, father, or sibling. Think deep about the emotions you felt. Though horrible. Why did you keep going to the well when the well was dry? Yes. Your mother and father were tricking you. But they were likely also doing something else as well. They were training you. They were training you to react to your emotions and the chemicals shooting around in your mind in a given situation. Thus making you addicted and dependent on these unhealthy emotional states of constantly trying to prove yourself to people that don't care about you. And thus this becomes the only type of relationship you feel comfortable in. So when it happens with the person you are dating and or married to, though on the surface you aren't happy, but deep down in your insides you have settled into a situation that your emotional side loves and knows. We see this playing out now in the world on a bigger scale. Someone may say something about someone with little information or details. But people make emotional and snap decisions about things because the state of doing such things makes them feel good even if the information is bad. But what is difficult for a great many is to ask questions. And to find out why and how. A great many people are short-sighted and shallow in their thinking due to the entertainment they consume. Though they might not be narcissists. They like the narcissist get bored easy and move on to the next thing and the next thing and the next. Because that's how they've been trained up in society. So when something comes up in society that requires critical thinking, instead they react emotionally and thus the narcissist benefits. So please remember. Though self-work means setting boundaries and taking care of health and yourself, it also means really taking a hard look at the things you were trained up to do and how you were trained up to live. And then look at who trained you. If it was a bunch of narcissists, there is a very good chance there are things there that probably aren't so good. Such as oversharing. To not knowing how to balance your emotions with critical thinking. Well, I think this is a good place to stop. Please tell me what you think in the description box below. With that said, I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time, bye for now. And be good to yourself.